June 1679, Delhi, Mughal Empire. After the death of Jaswant Singh Rathod, the Maharaja of Marwar, Emperor Aurangzeb recognized his grandnephew Indra Singh Rathod as the successor. Marwar kingdom at Jodhpur was a Mughal vassal, but Jaswant Singh's wife had given birth to Ajit Singh, the true successor, and so the general of Marwar, Durga Das Rathod, went with the queen and baby prince to Aurangzeb requesting him to make Ajit Singh the successor. But Aurangzeb had other plans. While he agreed to make Ajit Singh the next Maharaja of Marwar, he decided he would bring him up as a Muslim. The Rathods were appalled by this, and as Aurangzeb sent force to seize the baby and the queen, Durga Das Rathod rescued them and they escaped Delhi and reached Marwar. Aurangzeb had crossed his limits, and the Rathods decided to rebel against the Mughal Empire. Maharanas Raj Singh of Mewar joined hands with the Rathods because 1. They would probably be next on Aurangzeb's list, and 2. The queen mother of Ajit Singh was a Mewari princess. Thus began the Rajput Rebellion of Rathods aided by Sisodias of Mewar. Prince Muhammad Akbar, Aurangzeb's fourth son, was sent to capture Marwar, but Durga Das turned the tables. He won over Prince Akbar and convinced him that Aurangzeb's policies would lead to the disintegration of the empire, while Akbar would be a suitable replacement for his father. Muhammad Akbar joined the Rajput Rebellion against his father, and the alliance declared him as the true Mughal emperor. January 1681, Ajmer, Mughal Empire. Prince Akbar with his forces of 70,000 men, including 30,000 Rajputs, marched towards Ajmer where Aurangzeb's camp was stationed. It was a great time to strike as the two of the main divisions of Aurangzeb's army were posted away from his camp. This was a classic checkmate, but Aurangzeb came up with a counter plan. He sent a letter for Akbar that was meant to be intercepted by Rajputs. In the letter, he praised Akbar and made it look like his defection was just an act to fool the Rajput. When the Rajput alliance understood this, they deserted him and the mission failed. When Rajputs later realized Akbar's innocence, it was too late. The alliance had weakened and Aurangzeb was coming for Akbar. Durga Das Rathod took him to Deccan in the Maratha territory where Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj ruled. Akbar took refuge with the Marathas and Chhatrapati Sambhaji promised to help him against Aurangzeb. But then he got involved in other battles against the Portuguese, Mysore and internal conflicts. While Akbar and Durga Das joined him in his battles, Akbar understood he couldn't stay safe for long. After seeking refuge in the Dutch workshop at Vengurla, he eventually got on a British cargo ship and sailed to Persia. Persia was then ruled by Safavid monarch Shah Hussain Safvi, and Akbar's mother Dilraz Banu Begum was a Safavid princess, making him a relative of the Shah. Shah Hussain promised Akbar support in gaining the Mughal throne once Aurangzeb passes away. But unfortunately for him, he died in 1704, just 3 years before Aurangzeb's death. Akbar brought Aurangzeb's frat to Deccan and eventually led to capture of Chhatrapati Sambhaji and the destruction of the Dutch workshop at Vengurla. Aurangzeb had to make peace with Sisodia of Mewar and Rathods of Marwar in the process. While Aurangzeb's policies eventually led to the downfall of the Mughal Empire, it was an interesting what-if in history where Rajputs and Marathas would have placed Muhammad Akbar as the more tolerant Mughal emperor and increased their influence in Delhi centuries before Bajirao did. More on interesting history of Vengurla coming up, and stay tuned to Prav now for content on history, mythology and fiction. Thank you for watching. This is Pranav signing off.